What's going on YouTube? It's the Green Shiz here. Finally did it after making my first video about it in April of 2021. 3 months before the official release. And it's crazy, man. So there's this game, you might have heard of it. It's called Metazoo. Like I said, made my first video on it in 2021 in April, talking about the Kickstarter and their campaign. And basically they were asking only $10,000 and they achieved almost double that at $18,000. Very small campaign, you could say, in retrospect to some of the crazy things you see pop off. 10,000 seems respect. Like, okay, if you can go and do it with 10 grand, send it, bro. So, and they did, obviously. Here, look at us now, as they would say. But yeah, since I made that video, have not purchased a single Metazoo item ever until 2 weeks ago. You might have seen it because I live streamed it on Heritage Auctions every Wednesday when I do my live streams on Wednesdays. And I briefly mentioned it in one of my more recent videos, but didn't get into all the bloody details. So basically what happened is Heritage Auctions is happening and I'm looking for some value, and that's when the Metazoo block comes up. After Pokemon, after Magic, it's like the last 12-ish block items that are being auctioned, and I rattle off and purchase 8, 14, 16, 17, about 22 Metazoo Kickstarter cards. And like I said, never purchased it ever before then, but I have always kind of kept tabs on it to know where prices stand. And if you don't know how Heritage Auctions work, when an item comes onto the auction block, it's nothing like PWCC or eBay. That one item is up for bid. You're literally bidding. Everybody looking at Heritage right now, in that moment, is looking at that one item on the auction block. And basically you don't have a lot of time to look up comps. You need to do all of that beforehand, because by the time the item hits the block, you need to place a bid, and then the next person that keep extending it has about 6-ish seconds to extend it. You can't be clicking around and looking at prices and such. So luckily enough, had some of the prices built into my brain when the first card popped up on the auction, which was a PSA 9 Kickstarter Mothman. This card last sold bids is like 700 plus. I purchased this, and this is a PSA 9. This is the Mermaid Scales and a stack of Kickstarter cards with the buyer's premium for a total of $585. That was huge. Knowing right off the bat, the Mothman, I was like, damn, $200 seems cheap. The Mothman himself I bought for $264. The reverse, I think, sells, because they have regular foils and reverses. The reverses are selling for much more than that, I feel like. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe not much more. So knowing that, I had a general idea of the prices of some of the regular hollows, ungraded. These are all ungraded. There's only the 2 graded cards I purchased. Had a really good idea of what this prices of these cards should be, and picked them up for totaling up to $580, which was awesome. I don't plan on flipping these. I've been speculating, looking at Metazoo, like I said, since April-ish of 2021. And it's always just been there in the background, kind of watching it, waiting to make my move. I made a few videos on it. And in my first video, I talked a little bit about the Kickstarter and it coming out, and just kind of briefly touched on the Mike Waddell video, where Mike Waddell actually made a video opening up one of these booster boxes and going through and talking about the arts and stuff like that. And I talk about the arts inside of my video. I'm going to link it down below in the description if you want to check it out. Very early in my channel, in the basement of my old house, but some cool info in there. It was pretty cool just to see my take on it, before the initial first edition set even released 3 months later. Only at that time, I think, was Kickstarter had just dropped, and it's come a long way. I was reading a passage on Polygon that I think Mike Waddell was in an interview, and he was like 2022's for the players, and he's definitely made that very clear. That is pretty awesome. The amount of money they're dumping into tournaments is huge, so definitely keep that up. That is awesome. You will not succeed without players, and let me tell you, if you keep pumping money into it, the competitive players will come. There's a reason why the World Poker Tour yields so many different players. It is one of the most prestigious events, like $10,000 buy-ins for your chance to win millions of dollars. And when you start throwing the word million around, like it starts raising eyebrows. So it'll be really interesting to see how some of these tournaments play out in the future. I know they've already, I forget how much they promised for 2023. Might have been like 3.5 million. I'm completely guessing, but it was some millions in total prize pool for tournaments in 2023. So I want to say it was a little over 3.5 million. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it was 5. But damn, let me tell you, they're doing some moves. And like I had mentioned, if you went and go and watch it, the art, I have always kind of been a fan of it, never really pumped it at all. I guess here I am now, maybe pumping it, but I'm not reselling these, so whatever. These, I've always been a fan, and like I said, it's in the eye of the beholder. Some people don't like it, some people like it. Like if you walk in, like into my video I mentioned, if you walk into an art museum, you're not going to go up to the art painting on the wall and be like, damn, that's trash, dude. Like, take that down. Nobody likes that, because somebody could walk in that door and look at it and be like, dude, that's like $1 million piece. I'll buy that for $50K right now. Come on. So it's literally in the eye of the beholder. Everybody sees stuff differently. A lot of people relate it to Pokemon. Radiant Pokemon cards that just came out, the Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, it's literally, I'm seeing it split, like either 50-50 or 60-40. People love them, people hate them. I'm one of those people that is like, I don't know, the Blastoise and Charizard look pretty dope. Background kind of looks a little weird, but I don't really care. I care about the forefront. Charizard looks pretty dope. Gives me Shining Charizard vibes from Neo Destiny. Never really been a fan of that set, maybe because of the price, but this is pretty cool. Pretty cool to look at, and I don't know, man. I think they got huge potential. Metazoo. I am not here to completely shill the crap out of it, but I was pretty excited. Pretty excited to get my first purchase and it to be a PSA 9 Kickstarter Mothman. This thing is pretty dope, and it'll be sitting in the PC for a while. No plans of moving it. Like I said, the prices have been, like Pokemon, going down, trending down. I know Kickstarter boxes now are probably roughly around $3,000. Somebody would have sold it to me, but he had a guy local buy it. That was like $32.50. I almost bought one like a week ago. So that almost happened, but I didn't end up doing it. So I own 0 sealed product for Metazoo, maybe 1 booster box sealed, just to give you an idea of where I'm sitting. Like 1 sealed booster box for Pokemon, maybe. Like 1 Yu-Gi-Oh box, like very little sealed. I dabble. I get the nostalgia out of the cards. I get that sealed product for can yield some pretty good money. So, but I just never I have some nostalgia for some boxes. I have some stuff up here, but nothing major. So wanted to share that with you. I guess I will go through these cards real quick just so you can kind of take a look. Showed the 2 graded cards. Got the Piazza bird here, and I have not memorized all of these. This is the Alabama Metal Man, I'm thinking. Metal Man of Alabama. And I can't read it because I'm looking at my screen, so it's actually like 2.5, 3 feet away. Phoenix something. Oh, I can read it now. That's cheating. This thing. So these cards are very interesting. There's a bunch of these cards. These like sharp, like I almost call them energies because they do similar type things, right? So you cast them or whatever, and they give you generate 2 of that. And it's very interesting also. Like it's not like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. So you can have very different quantities per deck, card to card. Like you can have a card that tells you 1 per deck. You could have one that says 10 per deck or 4 per deck, and it's absolutely insane. Like if they ever printed a card that was 10 per deck that was actually OP, that card's going to be expensive because people will play 10 of them and it ain't going to be that many to go around. These are all reverses. The rest of these are reverses, but all Kickstarters. I actually had opened, I have never purchased, but I did open Kickstarter packs, a couple of them at a Collecticon. The first ever Collecticon, I believe, that Metazoo was at. They had a little booth, maybe 2 tables side by side. I think it might have been, yeah, it was 2 tables. One was just signing. The other one, Mike was behind with like he had a binder. He had like a binder collection of his slabs, or not slabs, of the entire Cryptid Nation set sitting there for you to flip through and kind of see what was going on. And it's crazy how far they've come. If you've been to a Collecticon to see a Metazoo booth, there was no lines at this Collecticon. You could literally walk up to him, talk to Mike. Hey, what the hell's going on? What is Metazoo? And it has come extremely from there. Now they have it broken down. You can only get in line, or you only want to get in line at these certain times to get promos, because the way they did that was freaking genius. Freaking genius. They are playing so well with their marketing. So well. 100% that guy needs a raise. But also, it is very helpful when the things are selling at really high prices. It all is tied together. So good luck to you guys. I enjoy watching, seeing what you guys are doing at the Metazoo team. Good luck. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.